Good afternoon. This is Barbara, the East Coast Dragon Lady, coming to you on a Saturday afternoon. I know I was missing last week. And again, I'm going to say here we are in October, and we're going into the second week of October. And I don't know where September went at all. It just flew by. And then when I looked, we're going into our second week of October. So I have been feeling the effects of the solar flares, the eclipse, all those things that we've been going through. And I realized the other day when I was like, wait, I've never felt these before. What I'm learning and what the dragons are sharing with me and what I'm seeing as well is that as we are ascending and as we're letting go of all those things that no longer serve us, and certainly our soul is letting go of all of those ancestral pieces that we no longer need, I have become much more sensitive to what's going on with the energies. I did mention a while ago that the dragons were sort of leading me back to where I started, is what they're saying, which was reconnecting with archangels and angels, but also working still with the dragon collectives. And one of the things that they've asked me to do is to look at the connection between dragons and archangels, that they're telling me that there are dragons connected to archangels and archangels connected to dragons, and some archangels will shapeshift to become dragons, or dragons will shapeshift to they're showing me both. So dragons will shapeshift back to archangels. They've asked me to look. I've been particularly drawn to Kyle Gray's last oracle deck, which was the 12 archangels. So they've asked me to take a look at that. So I actually thought I'd get myself some reading. So I did actually find this book, which is called The Beginner's Guide to Archangels, because even though I do connect with them, I need to understand more about where they're from. So I thought I'm always good at let's keep it simple. There's the history of archangels. And there's a lot of people doing this for dragons as well. So, but that's what I'm going to be looking to do this month of October. I think the dragons definitely want, actually somebody else mentioned this, I think when I was, when Viviana and I were talking, and I said, I know the dragons are taking me back to the archangels or reconnecting with archangels. And she says, well, there's your next oracle deck. So I'm not sure it's going to be an oracle deck, but I do think that and it's not something you can find. I've looked. So I think that it's going to be, it's interesting to me because Merlin, of course, who, if you've been following me this week, Merlin has come up not only in my oracle deck readings, but he's come up in several other people's as well. So Merlin is rising again. And he's here again right now. And he says, oh, you're talking about me. So what I was going to say was that he shapeshifts to become a dragon. And he calls himself Merlin the Dragon. And if you've got my oracle deck, there's another plug. My oracle deck, there are 4 cards that are Merlin. And in those, he talks about that. And if you're connected with Merlin, he I'm sure he's already told you, but he loves to be Merlin the Dragon as well. And he can use his wizardry and all of that stuff. But that also, he likes to go flying as well. So that was that. I mean, I had all these things I thought about coming on and talking about. And now, of course, they're completely out of it. Actually, what I did want to say was one of the things, I don't know if any of you do this, I'm sure some of you do, that I came across a psychic medium the other day on YouTube, Matt Fraser, and I just love his accent. He's from Rhode Island. I guess he's been doing the rounds. I have not been watching regular TV, but I guess he's done the rounds. But he's got a fabulous YouTube channel, and he talks about all sorts of really fascinating things. I don't, I'm told that I could channel people that have passed. My channeling is with, they're telling me the higher realms. They're saying what I'm supposed to do here is, as you know, I connect with galactic dragons, the galactics, the archangels, all of those things. I also posted today on my Facebook page a beautiful piece about unicorns from Casca, who's from the UK, who's going to be on my Dragon Hour, which is coming up, another plug there. So I think I told you I took the summer off from doing my podcast of Dragon Hour. And that came about, if you haven't followed me, the first Dragon Thunder that I co-hosted with Kevin Humphreys in England. The dragon said, when you've done this and you've brought all these people together and the dragons, people are going to be looking for more connection. And as we know, that is what's happened. And one of the things they guided me to do was to bring people onto my Dragon Hour, which doesn't necessarily mean that we talk all about dragons, but it does draw people, obviously, about dragons. So I was doing it monthly. For the past year, I've been doing it once a month. And then during the summer, the dragons were nudging me to do them more frequently. So I've actually my first guest had to cancel, of course, which hopefully I'll get Sandra on before the end of the year. But I've been doing 2 a month, sort of. So this Friday, I have my guest from Florida. And then on Sunday, Casca, so actually it's a couple of days apart, who is, it would be an interesting conversation because she does Dragon Reiki. She's just published a book on Dragon Reiki or on Reiki. And I'm sure we've got lots of things to chat about. So some of these people I don't know. And I love to have people on that are having books. Like if you saw my last one, Viviana, who's writing her Crystal Dragon book. We chatted a lot about that. Actually, we are in the throes of planning. So Dina and I did a group. We brought together a group of people where we channeled and read oracle decks, crystals, and Dina's paintings. So messages from those. Everybody that came loved it. So Viviana's going to join us. We're just setting things up. So as soon as we're ready to put that out there, it will be across all of our websites and Facebook pages. We're going to, again, keep it to a small group because there's going to be 3 of us, 12 participants, where we will do a small group reading. It's really fun. Last time I got the decks out that I thought that I would use, and then my guides were telling me to get out, so they kept me moving. So it's usually 2 hours that we do that for. So be on the lookout for that. Lots of really fun things coming. I think it's nice when we can use our gifts to also, and the people that joined us also have their own gifts. So it's very interesting. So if you're interested in that, you can always send me a message via my my email address is eastcoastdragonlady@gmail.com. So it's Saturday. I've been guided. So the weekend I still work full time, and the dragons and my spirit guides have been encouraging me to actually physically rest my body. I recently bought one of the things I did do for my sleep. I do sleep pretty well, but as you get older, your sleep gets interrupted. I bought an amethyst light, which I'm loving because I've noticed that since I put that on at night, and I'm getting much more clearer dreams, like dreams that I feel like I'm getting messages, I'm understanding them. They're not just those like snippets and I wake up. I know what's going on. So I feel like there's lots of things that are coming up. And I think that's to do, as you know, we had these solar eclipse, the corridor, we've got solar flares, which have up, yes, the last 2 days, like internet, cell phones, I'm hearing, everything was disruptive. And now I see there's another alert for them. There's also another hurricane forming. Florida looks like it's going to get hit again. So again, I'm going to send all positive energy there and to the people of North Carolina. I do have friends down there who were hit, thankfully not as hard as some parts in the mountains where I was just reading this morning where they're having to get donkey trains to go up and bring, vital supplies to people that have been cut off. So Mother Nature or Mother Gaia is giving us very clear messages. So I think that's all I've got for today. If more comes up for me, I'm keeping up. So my dog's telling me as well, it's time to go. I will probably jump back on tomorrow with my weekly forecast. I've just posted today's. It's also International Dragon Day. So there's lots of dragon energy. Last night, Friday night? Yeah, last night I posted beautiful fire dragon sunset. It was absolutely beautiful. You could just see the fire dragon as the sun was setting. This was coming up. Beautiful. So go to my Facebook page and you'll see that there. So I hope you have a good rest of the weekend, and I'll try and get back on tomorrow. Have a good one.